150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Uh, Today we are going to talk about Mahatma Gandhi's life and his teaching. महात्मा गांधी की जीवन और उनकी सीख. Actually, if you'll see Mahatma Gandhi, who is also called as Bapu, father of nation, ऐसे ही कोई इंसान महात्मा नहीं बनता. If you'll try to find out the meaning of Mahatma, the word is coined by two words, Mahan and Atma. That two words which comes together, it becomes Mahatma. Why this man is called as Mahatma? Only because what he believed, he followed, and what he followed, he preached. हिंदी में एक कहावत है, कथनी और करने में अंतर नहीं होना चाहिए. What you preach, first you should follow. And Mahatma Gandhi was the best example, or Mahatma Gandhi is the best example where we can see that he preached those things that he followed. And so we can say that his life had become a message for the mankind. Now, what were the messages that we can get through his life, or what were the things that he preached throughout his life? We will focus on few things. The most important thing is he believed that be the change that you wish to see in the world. पहले अगर दुनिया में अगर कोई बदलाव देखना चाहते हो तो पहले वो बदलाव अपने आप में करो. You student of classes 8th, 9th and 10th and even 7th might have understood some of the phases of Mahatma Gandhi's life. You might have come across in the history textbooks that how Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train because he belongs to India, and then he realized that how his people are been treated in his own land, and from that day onward he started working for the country and making the country free. What he did first, he rejected all the what we say foreign goods. He started different movements in India. First of all, he started Swadeshi movement, and to preach this Swadeshi movement, he started from himself. He boycotted all the foreign goods. He gave away all the clothes that he had, which were Western clothes, and he started using a simple dhoti. That was the only piece of cloth that he had. Used to have one-time meal so that the other, what we say, citizen of the country will get food. So he worked in that way. Third important thing, he worked to eradicate social inequality. There were different type of what we say social evil practices in India. He started working for them. Untouchability was one of the evil practice which was there in India. He termed the people, those who were then called as untouchables, as Harijan. Hari means a god and Jan means people, people of God. I'll give a small example, small story. What he preached, he followed. Once Mahatma Gandhi was delivering a speech. And when he was delivering a speech, he realized that there were people around him, and they were listening him very carefully. And he also saw that some people were sitting far away from the place of the program. And one of the man from that distance shouted that, Bapu, speak loudly, we could not hear you. The Bapu was surprised. Bapu asked the people around him, those who were the organizer of the program, that why those people are staying so far. Mahatma Gandhi asked, Bapu asked them to come closer and sit so that they can listen, because he said that I could not shout that loud so that you can listen to me, because you are sitting so far. So come closer and sit here along with us. The organizer said that those people, those who are sitting over there, are untouchable. Do you know what was the step Mahatma Gandhi took? The moment he heard this, can anybody tell me what Mahatma Gandhi might have done at this situation?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Yes, Agastya?
Yes, sir.
What Mahatma Gandhi's step would have been there at that situation when he heard that the people are sitting very far, and some of the people are saying that the people those are sitting far and listening to you are Harijan, and so they are not allowed to come and sit with us. What was the step Mahatma Gandhi took at that time? What you can think about? I'll tell you what he took or what he did.
Yes, sir.
The moment he understood that the people those are staying far away and listening to him and are unable to listen, and so they are asking Mahatma Gandhi and pleading and requesting him to speak louder, he started moving towards the people those who were sitting far away. He marched towards those people and he went and stood in front of them. When he was walking towards that place, the people those who were the organizer of that program, they said that Bapu, you could not go very close to them, they are untouchable. And Bapu said that if you have such type of thoughts, I would like to boycott your program and I would like to go and deliver my speech over there. Mahatma Gandhi went there, Bapu went there, and he started giving a speech to the people those then were called as untouchables. And now the people those who were the organizer of the program, they realized that untouchability is just because in his speech thereafter Mahatma Gandhi gave the importance of social equality, and then the people those who were there listening, everybody understood this message, and then together they sat and together they listened to what Mahatma Gandhi or Bapu was saying. This was one of the best example where we can say that Bapu's life is a message, because whatever he preached, he followed himself. Whatever he preached, he followed. Secondly, he says that
Yes,
charity
sir.
begins at home. Thirdly, he says that cleanliness is next to godliness. And now, if we say cleanliness is next to godliness, because in at present situation we say that we give a lot of stress on cleanliness drive. Mahatma Gandhi had already started this drive in India. He understood that cleanliness is next to godliness. If you are clean yourself, if you look the things around and if you clean the things around, that is what we say next to godliness. Secondly, he says that service to man is service to God. And with these few examples or these few thoughts of Mahatma Gandhi, I would like to proceed further. Once Mahatma Gandhi was in one village, and where he saw that the lanes were very dirty. You will not believe that Mahatma Gandhi, instead of talking to the people, instead of asking anything to the people, he himself entered into the dirty, what we say, lanes, and he started cleaning those lanes by his own self. He and his wife both, Ma Kasturba and Mahatma Bapuji, both started cleaning, and the people in the village realized that if Bapu can do this work, why are we behind? And so all the village put hands together and they cleaned that village. Within few hours, the village was looking altogether new. Now the people in the village first time realized that their village was so beautiful. The place was so beautiful, and thereafter that village uh, tried this cleanliness drive every day, and they always kept their village very clean. This was a message to the next village. The next village also followed this message, and slowly the message of cleanliness went throughout the country like a wildfire. And this cleanliness drive or this cleanliness message of Mahatma Gandhi spread throughout the country, because I am talking here today on Mahatma Gandhi's life and message. Mahatma Gandhi's life and message. When I say Mahatma Gandhi's life and message and his teaching, whatever he did throughout his life was a message to the people, and whatever he did, that those things only he preached to his people. That was the important part of his life. Secondly, says that service to man is service to God. You will not believe that he worked just like a doctor and nurse, though he was not a practitioner and he was not a doctor. But the people, those who were wounded in satyagrahas, the people, those who were beaten very badly by the Britishers, the people, those who were suffering by different illnesses. So this Bapu, father of nation, never hesitated to look after the people, those who were suffering by different diseases. He used to take care of them just like a mother. And he told the people that if you are searching for a God, don't go in the temples, mosques, and churches. If really you want to meet a God, go and serve for the mankind. If you are going to serve for the mankind, and so he says that service to man is service to God. These are some of the messages and these are some of the preachings and teachings of Mahatma Gandhi that he himself followed in his life, and then he asked the people to follow them. Why the entire country called him Mahatma? Why the entire country called him Bapu? The reason is simple, because see, we find people around us, those who just keep on preaching us, do this, do that. Even our parents, even our teacher, even our neighbors, and even our relatives and the people, those who try to motivate us, they keep on preaching us. They keep on telling us to do this and that to be a successful person. But the question is, do they really follow that thing? We find many a times that it has been taught that not to tell a lie. Mahatma Gandhi believed in this. His encounter with truth. It is very easy to tell the truth than to tell a lie, because once you tell a lie, you have to keep telling the lie repeatedly. But once you tell the truth, that's the only time when you are taking a strong step of or showing your what we say daring to say the truth. And once you say it, then there is no need to get hesitated, there is no need to get afraid, because then the matter is over. Mahatma Gandhi believed in the truth. He did not believe in lie. Second important thing, if you see the people around, they will keep on teaching you and preaching you the morals, this and that, but do they really follow them? Because many a times we find that we are being told that always tell the truth, but at many situations we keep telling the lie. And then the second sentence comes that one lie is far more better than 100 truth when it comes to the safeguarding the human life or safeguarding the mankind. That's another thing. Second, Mahatma Gandhi believed that eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. Yes, the most important weapon that he used against the tyrannic British rule was the satyagraha and was the non-violent movement. He did not believe in violence. He says that if you will do the same thing that the Britishers are doing, if you will follow the violence, you are going to be the same what the Britishers are, or the people those who are violent. If you are also going to behave in the same violent way, there will be no difference between you and them. He firmly believe in peace. He believe in satyagraha, and he says that if you have to fight against the tyrannic rulers of this nation, the Britishers, you have to stand against them with peace, and the only weapon to fight against them is satyagraha. Most of you student might be knowing what satyagraha is. Will anybody of you would like to explain me what satyagraha is? Yes? सत्याग्रह क्या होता है? सत्याग्रह में महात्मा गांधी क्या करते थे? बापूजी क्या करते? जब सत्याग्रह करते थे तो क्या करते थे? यस, चलिए, अनशन करते थे वो, हंगर स्ट्राइक पे जाते थे. व्हाट इज हंगर स्ट्राइक?
खाना नहीं खाना.
खाना नहीं खाना. ओके, और कुछ? अच्छा, खाना क्यों नहीं खाते थे वो? उन्हें भूख नहीं लगती थी?
सर भूख हड़ताल.
हाँ, वही भूख हड़ताल. लेकिन वो भूख हड़ताल पे क्यों जाते थे? यस, भूख हड़ताल क्यों करते थे वो? कुछ तो वजह होगी. देयर मे बी सम रीजन. Take an example, if they are asking something, if they are demanding something to the British government, or if the British government is doing some, what we say, if they are treating Indians as like an inhuman, or they are treating Indians like animals, or if they are not giving the rights to the Indians, at that time he used to demand that the Indians should be treated equally, and if they are not ready to listen, he used to go on the strike, hunger strike, and then the entire nation used to come together. And at last, the way he used to keep his points in front of the rulers in those days, the Britishers were ruling our country. At that time, they themselves used to feel that how great this man is. Instead of fighting, instead of abusing us, he never even abused anyone. He never even talked harshly with the people. There is no incident where Gandhi is found talking harshly to anyone. This shows that the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi, and this is why, or that is why, the entire nation and the entire world call Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi as Bapu, and Bapu in Hindi, when we say, it's father, and so Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is called as father of nation, and equally he is called as Mahatma, that is Mahan Atma. So if you'll recall all these things, why he is called as Mahatma, why he is called as Bapu, why he is called as father of nation, we will understand that that man had reached to that level, the man had reached to that stage only because he preached those things to the people in the world, in the country, those things he followed in his life. And the things that he followed in his life were based on peace, equality, and justice, equal right, cleanliness, Swadeshi movement, freedom, self-reliant, then what we say, brotherhood. All these things he followed in his life, and then he preached to the people, and this made Mahatma Gandhi as a father of nation. And I had tried my level best, my dear students, to explain in short that how Mahatma Gandhi's life had become a message to the entire world, how Mahatma Gandhi's teaching had changed the life of millions, how Mahatma Gandhi's life itself is a message. And today, on 150th birth anniversary, I wish all my students will follow the teaching and preaching of our father of nation, dear Bapuji, and you all students will follow the path and will follow all the principles that were led by Mahatma Gandhi. And surely, if we students, if we people, we citizens of the country will follow each and every word that Bapu had taught to us, there will be no time when our country will become, our nation will become the greatest nation in the world. With this positive hope, I would like to conclude. So I would like to say thanks, and hope you people will spread the message that I have told you about Mahatma Gandhi today. So thank you all of you, and have a nice day.